I think we're at a point to where I think we're about as healthy as we've been all year, both on the men and women's side, and that's real encouraging going into this meet because this is the first of 3 big meets, and we need to get through this one healthy to get round to the first round of the NCAA in 2 weeks. So, but we got to take care of this one first.
How's Divine looking? Are we going to see any other record hours?
Hey, who knows with him, but I think he's ready. I think he's in really good shape, and I think he's healthy. So, hopefully he'll have a great Big 12.
How much has it helped that everybody set all these marks early on, that they were able to just train, prepare, and get ready for these last 3 meets?
Yeah, it's so important, I think, to build confidence early in the season, and I think especially the younger they are, but I think it just feeds off each other. When Divine did what he did and several others, Duke's been phenomenal all year, and then the pole vault 2 records in a row in a week, people start feeding off of that, and I think it just really makes a big difference going into a championship meet.
With Gennaro going down at Indoor Nationals, not being able to compete, where is he at now health-wise and just from a standpoint of being ready to get back out and ready to compete?
Yeah, that's a good question. We have done nothing but kind of prepare him since then, and we're going to just turn him loose on Sunday and just kind of see what happens. He's only going to triple jump, and we're going to try to see if we can get a regional mark. We're not real worried about how far he jumps, other than about 50 feet is the regional mark. And try to just gain 2 more weeks of training, get him through this meet, get him marked where he can go to regionals. And, if he can run down the runway at all, I think he can do that. So we're pretty encouraged. It's the leg that's not his dominant leg, so that helps. He's only got the jump phase of that. So we're kind of cautiously optimistic about it, and hopefully we can get him through it.
And with Sarah on the women's side redshirting through this outdoor season, how has that changed for relays and for you guys, just especially in the 400?
Well, it's definitely hurt us. Sarah's really good, and it took our depth away, and also a really good 400-meter runner. But we just felt we needed to do the right thing for her, and that was instead of just having a season, we think we can have a real special one next year. And then we had, with Zoo and Kaylee both out and being redshirted, this gave us a chance to have a really great team next year, too.
So, since your men won it all indoors and the women finished second indoors, if I remember correctly, what are the expectations from a team standpoint?
Well, I think our guys have got their jaw locked a little bit. We won 3 in a row, and they talk about this being the 4th championship in a row. And so I think they feel confident we can go do that. We need to have a good meet, and I think you're going to see this be a little closer meet for sure than it was indoors. I think Texas will double and triple more. Iowa State will double and triple more. And they'll have more success because it's over a 3-day period instead of just a 2. So it's going to be a closer meet, but we just need to take care of us. We need to do what we've been doing, and if we can do that, then we should be good in shape.
What's your point projection for the women?
I think we can score over 100, and I think a couple of teams can do that. Texas being one, K-State being the other. Maybe a Baylor and some of them right in there close, Kansas. But I think we can score over 100 if we have a good meet.
Last night you had the big red-black gala and had a picture with Coach Beard. Talk about that and talk about setting up your first social media account.
Well, yeah, Jeremy thinks I need to kind of get a little more on Twitter, so I don't disagree with him. But no, it's been fun. We just kind of drove up at the same time last night, and he looked at me and said, "Oh, well, I'm way underdressed." And then by the time we got in there, the one picture you have doesn't show him taking my jacket and getting another picture using my jacket. But he's a piece of work. And he said, "We haven't had a good picture since our Abilene Christian days." So anyway, we got in there and had a great time, and so proud of him. I knew him back when we hired him as a GA at Abilene Christian, so our time together has been for many years.
And the coaching community, you said earlier that you're getting got a text from Coach Kingsbury.
Yeah, Coach Kingsbury sent me a text just a few seconds ago, and just wishing me good luck, and hopefully I'm doing well. And really thought a lot of him when he was here, and still do, and just so proud of him, and told him to turn that franchise around. But really neat for him to reach out to me right before the Big 12.
You touched a moment ago on Drew McMichael. What's kind of been key for him to continue to kind of hit new highs well, in the last month?
Number one, Coach Tom Slagle does a fabulous job with our vaulters, and I think the key there has been with Drew of staying healthy. He has had a run now of over about a month or month and a half of just solid, good workouts, staying healthy, being able to get in good meets and have pretty good weather, and he's getting consistent, and really he's going into this meet hotter than he's ever gone into any meet. So all of our vaulters are healthy, and I think that's a big key.
What about Warner Bauer? What difference does he make for you guys outdoor, being able to really get out there and obviously compete and contribute points-wise?
Yeah, I mean, he will have a big battle with the Texas javelin thrower, and of course, it's huge. We want to be number one and them number two. But he's just healthy this year, too. If you know, he hurt that ankle really bad last year, just struggled the whole year and just tried to get through it. He's just been really healthy, and that's made a big difference. Coach Felkins will be the first to tell you what's the difference is his health. And so he's able to practice better and have some better workouts.
How's Norman Grimes doing?
Norman's great. I think he's healthy. We held him out last week and has had a few little issues with his back, but he's had really good workouts since we didn't run him last weekend. Had a good workout yesterday, and I think he'll be ready to go in the 400 hurdles.
I feel like we all know we're a better outdoor team. We had Duke in the throws. Well, he throws indoors, but I think he has another throw outdoors. We had Werner, Norman in the 400 hurdles. We had our 4x1. So I feel like definitely outdoors we're definitely more confident.
That 4x1 team that you guys have is one of the top 6 in the country. Can you talk a little bit about getting to race outdoors and that 4x1 and the chemistry that you guys feel like you have as a team?
Yeah, it's good. Before we ran our first 4x1 with me and Devon on it, Darius got hurt before Texas Relay. So definitely with the people we have now, with Keon and Jacoby and Wells being in the top 6, hopefully Darius coming back around nationals time or regionals should definitely boost us up in the rankings anymore. Hopefully get top 2 spot.
With what y'all have accomplished at the last few Big 12 meets, is it Big 12 champions or bust again for you as far as the men are concerned?
Yeah, hopefully. We're pretty confident in winning Big 12s. We're trying to put our best foot forward for nationals and trying to, go and compete as good as we can. Me and Devon are splitting up in the 100 and 200 this Big 12, so he'll just be running the 4x1 and 100. I'll just be running 4x1 and 200, so we go to regionals and try to make it.
How did you handle, I guess maybe mentally, not having the national meet that you wanted to have back in Birmingham?
It was okay. It was it's definitely not what I expected. It's definitely not what I wanted, but it's a confidence boost. Now I'm the underdog in track, so I'm happy for it. I'm happy to be on the stage. Just what I'm used to. So now I'm ready to go out there and prove what I can do.
How good is it for you to be running against one of the top guys in the world and practice every day? And
it's good. This is what we expected. We knew what Devon was going to come in with, especially after that meet he had at Baylor. That was fantastic. It was amazing to see those times and see him run that way, and it was good to be in that race. And definitely every day I'm still learning from him. Hopefully getting to that point he's at. So it's good chemistry.
And for top sprinters like you guys, obviously you want to be your best on race day. So when you're going out here on the track during the weekdays, I mean, you're not trying to run a 9,900 out here on a Tuesday, I assume, right? What is training like for short sprinters like y'all?
At this point, we're at the level where everybody is elite. So it's about working on the small things. So on the track, we're going to have our strength training. We're going to have our form training. It's about doing the little things. It's about getting in and doing treatment, our diet, things like that. Because at this point, everybody's talented. Everybody can run fast. Everybody can finish strong. So it's all about the little things, getting those done.
Who's kind of y'all's top competition within the conference in y'all's particular events in like the 100 and 200?
Nobody. Me and Devon, Darius, Keon, everybody on Texas Tech squad is our competition. That's all we got worried about.